Welcome to the Deconstructionist Deep Dive.
The podcast that doesn't just accept the story.
We break it.
We examine the pieces.
And expose the machinery inside.
Let's dive in.
What if the most profound experiences aren't revelations, but tests? Tests to see if you'll trade your skepticism for a better, more exciting story.
You know, that question, it really just cuts right to the heart of what we're doing today.
Definitely. We are diving headfirst into a narrative that's, well, it's captivated a lot of people, maybe misled them too. We're calling it the Terence McKenna hallucinations myth.
And it's more than just, like, an interesting story, isn't it? It feels like a masterclass in seductive paradox.
Exactly. It demands more than just analysis. It needs a full-on deconstruction. Our mission today, to breach this myth, pull it apart, show you the structure underneath.
And what's so striking is how well it works. It feels almost engineered, you know, designed to bypass your critical thinking.
Yeah, and install McKenna almost as a Gnostic prophet, someone with a unique key to truth.
Right. And you have to wonder, how do these kinds of stories take root? Especially among people who, pride themselves on being skeptical.
That's what we need to explore, the pieces that make it stick.
Okay, so let's get into it. The core claims.
Yeah.
Let's challenge them directly.
The foundation is essentially a talking mushroom, a literal talking mushroom giving him a cosmic mandate.
And the first thing that hits you is, well, where's the evidence? Any actual evidence?
There isn't any. Not really. It's just presented as this axiomatic truth. You just have to accept it.
And his so-called scientific method? It's kind of the opposite of science, wouldn't you say?
Completely. He admits he went looking for a specific, pre-decided experience, something LSD didn't give him.
And then, oh look, he finds it in this other compound. It's textbook confirmation bias, not discovery.
His idea of rationalism is just thin. Real rationalism needs stuff you can test, repeat, maybe even prove wrong. Not a one-off personal revelation.
Which nobody else can verify. But that raises the big question, right? If it's built on shaky ground, why is it so compelling? Why do so many people buy into it?
That's where we need to look deeper. It's structured like a hero's journey, almost perfectly designed for the intellectual rebel.
And the symbols are just so potent. You've got the cynical ex-Catholic.
Right, disillusioned with the West.
Finding this, quote, pristine truth.
In the virgin Amazon. It's almost too perfect, like a movie script.
And he sets himself and his brother up as these, like, young Davids against the big, stuffy Goliath of academia.
Yeah, the credentialed, stale establishment.
And there's the language itself. It's hypnotic. Being deputized by an alien mushroom.
An ambassador of an alien species. The cosmic giggle.
It's all crafted to make you, the listener, feel special. Chosen. Like you're in on something big, too smart for the usual lies.
Which, paradoxically, makes you perfectly primed for this lie, this bigger, more elaborate story.
So if it's that carefully constructed...
You have to ask, cui bono? Who benefits?
Yeah. Who actually gains from this story spreading?
Well, the answer seems pretty straightforward. Terence McKenna himself.
Absolutely. This whole narrative, this unique experience, it's not just an anecdote. It's the bedrock of his entire career.
It's his authority, his market niche, everything. It turns him from, some guy taking drugs
into a cosmic ambassador.
Yeah.
A messenger. A guru, even.
And think about the system it creates. What does it stabilize?
It builds this kind of Gnostic hierarchy where, because he had this unique, unrepeatable trip,
he becomes the necessary middleman, the intermediary.
Right, between you, the seeker, and the big truth.
Like,
the logos, the mushroom, whatever you want to call it.
The implication is you can't really get there without him or, with following his specific path.
You need his interpretation. He holds the key. He's the gatekeeper.
Okay, but here's what I find fascinating. The massive internal contradiction. It's almost beautiful in its audacity.
Go on.
He says the mushroom picked him because he never believed anybody. He frames himself as the ultimate skeptic.
Yeah, the independent thinker.
Yet the entire story, everything he builds, demands one single thing from you above all else.
That you believe him.
Exactly. He asks you to surrender the very skepticism he claims as his defining virtue. It's a total setup.
Wow. Yeah. It's a clever trap, isn't it? A double bind.
So what's the way out? What's the liberating alternative here?
Well, maybe it's acknowledging these experiences for what they likely are. Profound, yes. Deeply meaningful, absolutely. But ultimately, subjective.
Ah, the S word. Subjective. But that's crucial, isn't it?
It is, because it means the power isn't in some objective cosmic revelation out there.
It's in the internal psychological impact, inside your own head.
Precisely. The vision feels incredibly real to your brain on DMT, and that experience itself is powerful data.
But that doesn't automatically make it real out here in shared reality. That leap is the issue.
That is the critical distinction.
Right.
How do we value that intense inner experience without needing it to be literal external truth?
It's tough. That collision point between the profound subjective and the objective world, how we navigate that, it says a lot.
And, looking at McKenna's narrative, despite its claims of radical originality, it actually uses control mechanisms, ways of shaping belief that are ancient. They pop up throughout history.
So he's not inventing new tricks, just rebranding old ones.
Pretty much. Let's look at a couple. Target concept 1, the chosen skeptical ambassador, the elect.
Okay. Where else do we see that?
It kind of mirrors the function, if not the theology, of Protestantism's priesthood of all believers. Sounds empowering, right? Everyone connects directly.
But in practice,
it often just creates new hierarchies, new interpreters who claim a clearer line to the divine, or the mushroom.
And philosophically,
it bumps right up against ideas like Buddhist anatta, the concept of no self. If there's no permanent special self, how can you be uniquely chosen? It dissolves that whole foundation.
Interesting. And the power dynamic.
You could even look at how Nietzsche's Übermensch gets twisted, not as creating new values, but as the supposedly weak prophet inverting power to put themselves at the top. A new authority disguised as liberation.
Okay, so the elect is an old playbook. What about the source of the truth itself? The pristine shamanism.
Ah, yes. Target concept 2. Pristine aboriginal shamanism as the source of gnosis.
Feels familiar.
It should. It directly mirrors the myth of the noble savage, a classic Western projection.
Used to critique our own culture by idealizing another one, often without really understanding it.
Exactly. Inventing a pure other to project our own desires onto.
And the philosophical counter.
Maybe something like Stoic cosmopolitanism. Wisdom isn't found by flying to the jungle. It's found in reason, virtue, dealing with your actual circumstances right here, right now.
No need for external saviors or pilgrimages.
Right. And for the power critique, Edward Said's Orientalism just nails it. How the West constructs these exotic fantasies, the mystical East, the primal Amazon to serve its own needs.
Erasing the real culture, the complexity, the history.
Totally. Okay, one more. Target concept 3. The cosmic giggle that only talks to you if you isolate yourself.
The need for withdrawal.
Yeah. It echoes Christian monastic asceticism, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The idea that you need to retreat from the world, from ordinary life, to get the divine download.
Which implicitly devalues, regular life, community, connection.
And the counter?
Maybe Taoism, finding the Tao, the cosmic principle, and everything. The mundane is just as profound as the extreme. It's all interwoven.
You don't need the cave or the Amazon jungle. It's right here.
And the power exposure, how does that isolation serve a hierarchy?
Well, you could bring in Marx's critique of alienation. Is this profound spiritual quest sometimes just a flight? An escape from dealing with the messy social and economic realities that, ironically, probably made the quest possible in the first place.
A bourgeois escape, maybe?
Oof. Okay, so we've seen the historical echoes, the control mechanisms.
Now it's time to get specific. Let's really expose the machinery inside McKenna's core narrative, the specific deceptions.
Right, let's pull back the curtain. We'll name the deception, identify its type, its source of power, maybe a cross-cultural comparison. And then, the crucial part, the freedom lens. What does accepting this deception actually cost you in terms of your own critical thinking?
Okay. Deception number 1, the big one. The literal talking mushroom.
Type. Pure magical thinking. Personification. Giving consciousness to a fungus.
Source of power.
It flows directly from McKenna positioning himself at the top of his self-created Gnostic hierarchy. He's the one who heard it.
Cross-cultural proof.
It's the burning bush talking to Moses, basically. Just repackaged for the psychedelic crowd. Ancient trope, new clothes.
And the freedom lens, what happens if you accept this literally?
You outsource your epistemology, your whole way of knowing what's real. You hand it over to a hallucination.
And by extension to the guy who interprets the hallucinations will. Him?
Yep. Your profound experience becomes his objective proof.
Okay. Deception number 2. The because you have never believed anybody justification. The reason the mushroom supposedly chose him.
Type. Obvious emotional manipulation.
Flattery.
Source of power. Reinforces his unique status in the hierarchy. Tells the listener implicitly, you're smart like me. You don't believe easily either.
Cross-cultural proof.
It's the siren song, right?
Yeah.
Luring intellectuals by telling them how discerning they are, right before dashing them on the rocks of, well, believing this story.
The freedom lens.
It's a psychological Trojan horse, designed to make you lower your defenses. Your skepticism is your immune system. This tricks you into switching it off for the very thing that needs it most.
Deception 3. The false dilemma of the seeker.
Type. Classic false dichotomy, black and white thinking.
Sorts of power.
The wider guru industrial complex loves this one. Creates dependency.
Cross-cultural proof.
It's the old "the world is illusion, only the spirit is real" idea, just updated for the postmodern spiritual marketplace.
Freedom lens for this one.
It forces you into a fake choice. You're either a bored wage slave or you're a cosmic adventurer following his path. It completely erases the possibility of finding meaning, rebellion, depth right where you are, in your own life, your own community.
You don't need to escape to find significance. Okay. Deception 4. The idea of pristine Aboriginal shamanism.
Type. Historical revisionism, definitely. Romantic primitivism.
Cow sort.
Western spiritual consumerism. We crave authenticity, often by projecting it onto others.
Cross-cultural proof.
It's the Garden of Eden myth, just relocated to a rainforest, a fantasy of pure, uncorrupted wisdom outside of history.
Freedom lens.
This is basically intellectual colonialism. It appropriates cultural capital, strips away the actual context, the struggles, the complexities of real indigenous cultures, all to serve a neat, prepackaged Western narrative. It's not respectful, it's exploitative.
Deception 5. His dismissal of prepackaged philosophy.
Type. That's a straw man argument. Plus, frankly, anti-intellectualism.
Power source.
The standard playbook for the anti-rational charismatic leader. Discredit all competition.
Cross-cultural proof.
Throw away your books. Burn the scriptures. It's the same move. Discredit all prior human thought, so my new revelation seems unique and necessary.
Freedom lens.
It's a classic isolation tactic used by cult leaders. Dismiss established knowledge, dismiss other systems, so your own often wild cosmology stands unchallenged. Ironically, he offers his own prepackaged philosophy while criticizing others.
Deception 6. The open-minded skeptic persona itself.
Type. Paradoxical identity. It's branding, essentially.
Power source.
The carefully constructed McKenna persona, it's very effective marketing.
Cross-cultural proof.
It's like those news channels claiming fair and balanced while pushing a clear agenda. Same tactic, different context. Psychedelic edition.
Freedom lens.
It's camouflage. A rationalist-sounding jacket thrown over a core of pure dogma. It lets him make totally irrational claims while claiming the high ground of open-mindedness, shielding his ideas from real critique.
Deception 7. His talk about rationalism in confrontation with the weird edges.
Type. Misappropriation of terminology. Twisting words.
Power source.
The pseudoscience peddler's toolkit. Sounds smart, isn't it?
Cross-cultural proof.
Think intelligent design. Using sciencey language to legitimize something that fundamentally rejects the scientific method. This is that, but for the psychedelic set.
Freedom lens.
It corrupts what rationalism actually is. Real rationalism tests ideas against evidence. His version uses intellectual-sounding language to justify abandoning evidence in favor of personal, unprovable revelation.
Okay, last one on our list. Deception 8. The cosmic giggle as some kind of external conscious...
Type. Reification, making an abstract thing concrete, and anthropomorphism, giving it human-like consciousness.
Our source.
Deep roots in animistic thought, projecting consciousness onto the world.
Cross-cultural proof.
The capricious Greek gods pulling strings, or maybe a DMT-fueled singularity entity playing games. It's externalizing agency.
Freedom lens.
It externalizes the source of wonder, meaning even humor. It's a refusal, maybe, to accept that the cosmic giggle isn't out there. It's in here. It's your own brain with the filters off, marveling in its own capacity, its own existence. So when you put all these pieces together, what's the ultimate deception?
It's the central con that profound subjective experience equals objective cosmic truth. And, crucially, that Terence McKenna holds the decoder ring.
Yes. You took something incredibly powerful, though. Raw data of altered states, maybe your altered states, and built this intricate mythological cage around it.
He's not selling freedom, he's selling a different set of chains. Maybe shinier chains, woven from, stardust and alien glyphs.
But chains nonetheless. He demands you believe he never believed anyone, just so you'll end up believing him.
So the final instruction, the takeaway for you listening, it's this. Your mind is capable of astonishing things, on or off drugs. Deconstructing reality, feeling boundless love, seeing unbelievable complexity.
And this is the critical bit. That doesn't mean elves are objectively real. It doesn't mean mushrooms literally talk politics.
It means your brain is the miracle, your consciousness is the astonishing instrument.
So stop looking for prophets in the jungle. Stop needing permission from entities you hallucinated to validate the depth of your own experience.
The real rebellion. Own your experience, cherish its profundity, without needing to deify it, without needing to build an external dogma around it.
The cosmos isn't giggling at you from outside. You are a piece of the cosmos, finally aware enough to laugh with it, or maybe even at yourself.
Think for yourself.
And that's our deep dive for this week.
Remember, the most dangerous illusion is the one you don't know you're in.
But now you know. So here's our question for you.
What is the one idea you've held onto that you're finally ready to put on the chopping block?
Let us know in the comments.
Question the narrative.
Deconstruct the dogma.
See the system.
We'll see you next time. Stay skeptical.